But I find that this is a really nice moment because oftentimes in our lives, especially when we're forward moving people who are invested in our learning and invested in becoming better, we don't often take time to just pause and look at where we've come to acknowledge the road that we've traveled. Usually I find with a lot of yogis, being mindful people, we tend to focus on what's left to do, where's left to go, where am I, gosh, where do I need to work harder, or what am I learning in this moment, rather than going like, wow, look how far I've come. So I want to invite all of you to just take a moment, like you just close your eyes or just lower your gaze and think back, because we've been together now for like 4 months. So to take a moment to feel like, okay, in the last 4 months, what has evolved in me, or what have I learned, how far I've come. And to let yourself have a ownership over the growth in your own path. And you might even take a moment to extend that over the last couple of years, right? To take a moment of reflection back. Hey, the last year, the last 2 years in my whole life, where have I come to? What have I learned? Can I just take a moment to notice and own the effort that I've put in, the lessons I've learned, and where I've come to in myself? Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, just notice the sensation of that ownership in your own body. Like, yeah. And so we'll take some of that. And so this practice is going to be yummy, hip opening. It's going to just feel good. It'll be somewhere between a hatha and a flow. It'll be a Flow-Hatha. We're going to do a Flow-Hatha class today. And I'm going to share a playlist with you, which I don't think you guys have done before. Maybe we have. I don't think so though. And I'll throw that in the chat. Jules, great to see you. Hello. All right. Okay, here we go, everybody. So if you're using the playlist, then let's go ahead and get that started. And we'll come into a comfortable cross-legged seat. Yeah. So come to sit in Sukhasana. And in Sukhasana, you can take a moment to hold on to the upper inner thigh. And draw the inner thigh a little wider and apart, and same thing on the other side, so that the physical shape of our body is more grounded. But when we come into our bodies and when we take those moments to acknowledge ourselves, there's a sense of coming home. There's a sense of getting a little bit more anchored in our own experience and within ourselves. Let your sitting bones and your pelvis get nice and heavy. You can shift a little side to side or back and forth so that we really feel ourselves supported by the earth. Take whatever little movements would feel good. Anything you need to shake off, stretch, breathe into, let go of. And as feels good in your body, let yourself begin to settle into a bit more stillness. Let the front of your body soften a little bit so that the heart can soften and the back body begins to feel a bit wider and more expansive. So we sit a little bit further back in ourselves, and this connects us more to our source. And this is also a gesture of, rather than moving forward into the future so much, of taking a moment to be right here in this moment as we are. And take 3 more big, beautiful breaths. Begin to invite some small circular movements, drawing your chest forward, to the side, softening back, and to the side. You can keep your eyes closed. So we start to move into the hips and the pelvis. You might start to feel your back, your shoulders. And the next time that you come forward, bring your fingertips forward for a little extra support. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, walk your hands forward and forward fold over your legs. I like to keep a little movement through the spine here. Almost like you become a little piece of seaweed floating in the ocean. Take another deep breath. And exhale, tailbone down, nice and slow. Roll up through your back body. Once you come to the top, lift and roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Fingertips behind you, lean back, stretch the legs out, give them a little shake, and then recross them the other way. And then take those lovely slow circles in the other direction. You can move as slowly or as fluidly as feels really yummy. I invite you today to let this practice be a gift to yourself. So not something that we have to do, or even something that we have to do to any standard, but rather something that is nourishing to you. The next time you come around, bring your fingertips forward, take a nice big breath in, and as you exhale, forward fold. One more deep breath in. Exhale out. And then elbow down, slowly roll up through your back body. Lift and roll your shoulders up, back, and down a couple of times. And release your jaw. Roll the shoulders back. Let the right ear tip over to the right shoulder for a second. Drop the shoulders away. Option to stretch through the left fingertips. You can tip your chin down a little bit and then up a little bit. Drop the shoulders back and down. Bring the head on back to center. Let yourself float up. And bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Stretch your right fingertips down and out. Roll the shoulder back. Then you can drop your chin down or lift it up. I find that neck tension, jaw tension often goes with hip tension. So it's nice to adjust both. One more breath. And stretch through your right fingertips to bring yourself on back up. Roll the shoulders back super gently. Release your chin towards your chest and draw the shoulders back. You can stay right here, or you could bring your hands on top of your head to add a little bit more traction to the back of your neck. Make sure to draw the shoulders back and down. Hug the shoulder blades just a little bit closer together on the back of your heart. And take one more breath. And let it go. All right, release your hands gently, let your head float up. Be your own little bobblehead for a moment. Tip your ears side to side, make little circles with your nose. Yeah, come onto your hands into your knees. Just because it's Friday and this is nice to do, spread your fingers wide and then we'll do our little hand lift. So lift the heel of your hand up so you get a nice fascial stretch through the palm and then slowly lower the heels down. Lift the heel of your hand up, lean into your fingers, slowly lower them down. Keep gathering your outer arms in and keep your shoulders over your hands. They're going to want to slide back. Just do 3 more of these. I find they tend to soften up with every repetition. You're like, oh, the first one's excruciating. And then it's like, oh, okay, there we go. Now there's a nice little slide. And one more. And then palms facing each other, nice little gorilla fist, elbows out to the side, stretching through the backs of the hands. And then press yourself on back up. Elbows wide, lower the chest. Press back up. Let's do 3 more. Starting to warm up through the backs of the wrists, the forearms. Also a little bit of shoulder work here. A little wrist love and therapy. Come on back up. Place your hands outer shoulder distance apart. Curl the heart forward and through. Dropping your belly, coming into cow pose. Stretching the front line, and then drop your chin around your spine, cat pose. And then make this your own, moving at your own tempo. Feel free to shift from side to side. Feel free to linger in a shape if that feels yummy to your body. And after your next exhale, come on back to all fours. Root down through the fingertips a little bit. Inhale, take the right heel back. Draw the heart forward. As you exhale, knee into nose and round your spine. As you inhale, take the right heel back. You can optionally take the left arm forward as well. Exhale, draw elbow to knee and round in. Inhaling in, stretching out. Exhale, pull everything in. One more time, inhaling in, take everything out. Keep your back leg lifted, lower your left hand down. And take your left foot that's on the floor just a little bit more towards the left side of your mat for balance. And then turn your pelvis open to the right side of your mat. And then you can keep your right hand down, or if you've got your balance, take your top arm up. So it's like a little baby Ardha Chandrasana. Yeah. Then turn your palm to the front of your mat. Take a nice big stretch, kick through your heel, nice big side stretch. Yay, and then arm up, float the arm down, float the knee down. Inhaling in, let's take the left heel back. As you exhale, round in, let it all go. Option to add the right arm. And pulling it all in. Stretching out. And pulling in, right to your center. Inhaling in, reaching out. Stay out, put the right hand down, swivel the right toes, turn the pelvis open to the left. If you have your balance, take your left arm up. If your arm is up, roll the bicep towards the front of your mat. Take your upper arm over your ear, and now as you kick through your heel, stretch through your fingertips. And then root down through your right hand a little bit more and get brighter through your rib cage. On your next exhale, lower the hand down. Lower the knee down, walk your knees back a couple of inches, curl your toes under. Send your hips back, so stay low first, just to find a nice little toe stretch. Soles of the feet. And then root through your hands, pull the hips up and back, downward facing dog, bend your knees, pull the tops of your thighs back. And get super long through your spine. Yay. Hey, Tawny, glad you're here. Yeah, and then you can stay right here or shift your heels, both heels over to the right side of your mat. Bend your knees a little bit more and pull the left hip back. And then press down into your hands and breathe into the sides of your waist. Bring the heels back up, swivel both heels over to the left. Bend your knees, pull the top right hip back, and then root more into your right fingertips. Come on back to center. Soften the knees, look forward. And then slowly walk your feet up to the front of your mat. Take your feet just a little wider than your hips today. Bend your knees and let your spine fold over. And as you press down through your feet, press the upper thighs a little bit more apart so you broaden through your pelvis. And release your head. You can give your upper body a little shake. If there's any tension in your face, make some weird faces or blow through your lips. And then finding a little bit more anchoring through your heels. Get heavy through your tailbone and roll up slowly through your spine. Keep your head heavy. So just remind your head, the top of your head, to drape down. These spinal rolls are so good for us. We should do them every day. Once you get to the top, lift and roll the shoulders up, back and down. We'll do one more of those. So start with chin to chest. Chin to chest, dangle the arms. And then, like there's a little weight attached to the top of your skull, slowly roll down. So keep the tailbone heavy for as long as possible. Soften your knees just a tiny bit. So there's so many layers of connective tissue in the back. This is a lovely way to encourage them to find a little bit more slide and glide over each other. And once you've come to the bottom, anchor through your feet, heavy through your tailbone, and heavy through the top of your skull. So keep your head heavy like a beautiful cantaloupe for as long as possible. It's as if the weight of the tailbone just pulls your spine up like this string of pearls. So once you come back up, roll up through your spine. Take your time. And if you're up, give a couple again rolls through your shoulders. And then let the shoulder blades settle onto the back of your body. And from Tadasana with your feet, again, just a little wider than hips distance apart, bring your weight subtly back into your heels, just a bit. And from there, let the tailbone get nice and heavy. Soften the ribs, and so we feel a little bit more connected to the back body, as if we were leaning into a wall, so the front body can be a little softer and more receptive. Stretch down through your fingertips. Take a slow breath in. Exhale all the way out. As you inhale, arms wide and up. Big stretch. As you exhale, soften the knees, forward fold over your legs. As you inhale, halfway lift, fingers to the floor or your shins. As you exhale, step your left foot back, lightly lower your back knee down. Press into your feet, stretch the arms up, coming into a low lunge. So nice and easy to start. Smooth the front ribs back and in. Squeeze the glutes a little bit. And again, so we feel this connection to the length and the breadth of the back of your body. So lots of space in the back. Inhale. As you exhale, take the fingertips down to the floor. Lift your back knee. Inhale, step back into three-legged dog. So take the right leg up towards the sky. Open your hip for a moment. And then draw the knee into your belly. Make some big hip circles. And then go ahead and place the right foot down. Inhaling in, come into plank pose. Bring your knees to the earth. Pull the front body into the back body a little bit more. Keep your chest broad. Exhale, lower all the way down. Stretch the toes, press the pelvis. Inhale, baby cobra. We'll do that a couple times. So exhale, curl back down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale down. Inhaling in, baby cobra. And then as you exhale, press through your palms. Stretch up and back. Downward facing dog. Anchor into your hands. Wrap your outer arms in as you pull the thigh bones up and back. And then anchor into your right foot. Inhale, take your left leg up. Open your hip. Bend the knee. Make a couple of yummy hip circles, nice and slow. Stretch the leg back as you exhale. Draw your knee into your belly and place the left foot up by your left thumb. Lightly lower your back knee down. Bring your hands onto your front thigh. Come on up into a low lunge. And then from your low lunge, take a moment to pull the pubic bone up. Smooth the front ribs in so the back body becomes expansive. And then take the arms up, almost like the arms could start in your back. As you press down into your feet, lift through the sides of your waist and your fingertips. As you exhale, take the fingertips down towards the floor. Lift your back knee up. Shift your weight forward, step forward back to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Release your head forward fold. Tailbone down, roll up through your spine. Quickly now, and stretch the arms all the way up towards the sky. As you exhale, hands to your sides. As you inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Tuck your chin. Exhale, roll down through the spine to forward fold. A slightly different way to do it than a flat back. Feels a little different. As you inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, step your right leg back. Very lightly lower your back knee down. Again, low lunge. Climb onto your front thigh. Sweep the arms up. Take that extra little moment here. Soften the front body in. And then sink your hips forward. Inhale. Exhale, take the fingertips down towards the floor. Step back, three-legged dog. Take your right leg up towards, or your left leg up towards the sky. Bend your knee, take a couple of big hip circles. Go ahead and place the left foot down. Inhale, come forward into plank pose. Your option whether or not you want to use the knees or not. Exhale, chest wide, lower all the way down to the earth. Press the pelvis down. Inhale, baby cobra. This time, let's slide the fingers wide. So bring the fingertips wide onto your mat. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and then lift up into finger stand cobra. And find a little movement here. So you can shift from side to side, release the shoulder forward, roll it back. Come on back down, place your hands underneath your knees, press up and back, downward dog. This time take the right leg up towards the sky, open your hip, bend your knee, make some hip circles. Take the leg up and back as you exhale, step the right foot slowly up by your right thumb, lower the back knee down, climb onto your front thigh, smooth the front ribs into your body, float the arms up. And then give your glutes a little squeeze, start to let the pelvis settle forward. Inhale, exhale, take the fingers to the floor, lift your left knee, step forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, tailbone down, roll up through your spine, float your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands by your sides. Inhaling in, arms forward and up. Chin down, roll down through the spine. Forward fold. Inhaling in, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back. Lower your back knee down, one breath. Inhale, low lunge, reach the arms up. As you exhale, take the fingertips down. This time, step right back into plank pose. As you exhale, lower down, chaturanga, or all the way. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Draw your heart forward and through. Then as you exhale, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Press into your palms, soften the knees, pull the tops of your thigh bones back. And as you lift your thighs up towards the sky, start to sink your heels down. As you inhale, take the left leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, knee to nose, shift forward, place the left foot by your left thumb, lightly lower the right knee down. Inhale, one breath, low lunge, reach the arms up. As you exhale, bring the hands down to the floor, lift your back knee, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold in, exhale, let it go. Weight into your heels, roll up through your spine, float your arms all the way to the sky. Tadasana, exhale, hands by your sides. Inhaling in, reach the arms forward and up. Soften your knees, chin down, exhale, forward fold. Inhaling in, halfway lift. As you exhale, step the right leg back. Lower the right knee down to the earth. One breath, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, hands float down. Step back into plank pose, inhale. Exhale, halfway or all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend, nice strong legs. And then exhale, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch the right leg up and back. As you exhale, knee to nose, place the right foot up by the right thumb, lightly lower back knee down. Inhale, one breath, reach the arms up. Exhale, float the hands down, lift the back knee. Inhale, step forward, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold in, tailbone heavy, roll up through your spine, reach your arms up. As you exhale, hands by your side, pause. Drop the shoulders away from your ears, get the weight a little bit more into your heels, feel your back body. So it's like leaning back into ourselves. We're so forward moving all the time. It's like, no, we're just gonna settle. Let your eyes open if they're closed. Bring your hands to your hips. Bring the weight onto your right foot, come onto your left toe mound. Go ahead and turn the left thigh out a little bit. And then lift the left knee. Let's go ahead and come into tree pose. So place the left foot to your upper right thigh. Seal the foot and the thigh together so you feel a little bit more of this connection to your own center. Feel that little lift up through the midline of your body. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Use your thumbs against your sternum for a moment to soften your sternum in. So again, the back body feels a little wider. Go ahead, keeping that, reach your arms up. And now take your hands a little wider, draw the thumbs back. And then as you begin to draw the thumbs back into the space behind you, start to lift and widen your own chest. Use your core to bring your hands back down through the midline. Now stay balanced on your right foot, turn your left knee forward. Again, feel the weight into your right heel. Soften your right knee, hinge from the hips, and begin to extend your left leg back into space. For a variation of Warrior 3, roll the right inner thigh up towards the sky, or left inner thigh, excuse me. Keep your right knee a little bit bent for balance, and then bend it a little bit more, and then step all the way back into high lunge. From a high lunge, bend your back knee again. Use the thumbs against the sternum to melt the front body into the back body, and now sink low and juicy down into your legs. So keeping this feeling of the back body, reach your arms up. Bend your back knee almost to touch the floor. Ooh-ha-ha. As you exhale, straighten the legs and press the palms down. As you inhale, bend the back knee almost to touch the floor. Drop your tailbone, reach the arms up. As you exhale, press the hands wide, stretch the legs to straight. One more time, getting super grounded in our legs. Sink on down. The knee almost touches the floor, and then press the hands down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Nice, simple high lunge. And as you exhale, take the fingertips down towards the floor. Press the palms, step back, three-legged dog. Open your hips. So take the right leg up, bend the knee, nice little thigh stretch here. Inhale, reach the right leg straight. Exhale, knee to nose, look forward. Place the right foot up between your hands. Come onto fingertips. Turn the back heel down, line up heel to arch. Back foot parallel to the back of the mat, but turn the toes in just slightly. And then take your right knee, bend your right knee right over your right ankle. Rise up, Warrior 2. Sit into your legs. I love this trick. Bend your back knee just a little bit. I know it's weird, right? Bend your back knee a little bit and get a little bit more weight into the back foot. And then keep that feeling of buoyancy and anchoring through the back leg as you sink the right knee down into a square. Open your arms. Bring the left fingertips to your left thigh. Take your right arm straight up. Bend your right knee a little bit more. Goddess. Oh, nice big side stretch. On your next inhale, come all the way back up. Windmill the arms down. Step back into plank pose. Now you can always skip this, go to down dog. Otherwise, vinyasa, lower halfway or all the way down. Inhale, back bend. Draw the upper arm bones back. And lift from your hips up and back, downward facing dog. This time, bring the toes together at the back of your mat. Bend your knees a little bit. Press into your palms, look forward. Tip the sitting bones up towards the sky, then curl your tailbone down just so you feel your core engaged. So you got a little lift through the low belly. You can keep that, walk, step, or jump your feet up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in, release your head, tailbone down to roll up through your spine. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Reach the arms all the way up. Hands by your side, settle. Feel your heels. Soften your heart. Bring the weight onto your left foot, come onto your left big toe mound, right big toe mound, excuse me, turn the thigh out, and then bring the foot all the way up into Vrikshasana, tree pose. Palms together in front of your chest. So press the palms together, press the foot into the thigh so there's a feeling of connecting to your own center. It's how we bring ourselves back from the distractions, back into the middle. With your thumbs at your sternum, like melt your heart back just a little. Keeping that, reach the arms up. And so out of this center, out of this connection with ourselves, then there is the expansion. So take the arms a little wider, turn the thumbs back, draw the thumbs back into space and start to feel your heart lift. Press down into your left heel. And from the rooting down in your foundation, reach up through the sides of your waist, out through your fingertips. Using your core, bring your hands back down to center, nice and slow. Turn the right knee forward. Now bend your left knee for balance. Keep that bend in your left knee as you hinge from your hips and start to stretch your right leg back. Bend your left knee a little bit more, reach through your right toes, step all the way back, high lunge. Whoa. Soften your back knee, lift through the low belly, float your arms up. And then bend your back knee almost to kiss the floor. And as you do, let the back of your pelvis drop more. Keep that, squeeze the legs, press the hands down to straighten the front leg and the back leg. As you inhale, bend the back knee slowly, hover it off the floor. Exhale, press the palms down, squeeze the legs together to straighten them. One more time. Inhaling in, bend the back knee, hover the knee off the floor. Press the palms down, straighten your legs. Inhaling in, reach the arms up, sit down, high lunge. Exhale, bring the fingertips forward, down to the floor. Inhale, step back, three-legged dog. Lift the left leg up, open the hip, bend your knee, thigh stretch. As you do that, press into the ball of your right foot, pull the outer right hip back, and sink your right heel down. On your next exhale, knee to nose. Draw the left knee in, place the left foot all the way up between your hands, turn your back heel down, line up heel to arch. Back toes turn in just slightly, rise up, warrior two. And then bend your back knee. Yeah, bend your back knee so you shift the weight back into your back foot just a little bit more. And then keep that feeling here as you begin to sink your left thigh down to a square. Open your arms. Let the shoulders drop against the back of your body. Yes. Take your right fingertips to your right thigh. Bend your left knee more. Take the left arm up. Nice big side stretch. So dig down into your left heel. And from there, pull up through the sides of your waist. Inhale. Yes, as you exhale, take the hands down, all the way down to the floor. Inhale, step back into plank. You can always do down dog, otherwise vinyasa, halfway down. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Look forward, step your feet to the front of your mat. Take your feet hip distance apart. And then turn your toes out just a little bit more. Soften your knees, keeping your knees aligned over the center of your ankles. Sit your hips down. Malasana. Yeah. So bring the weight a little bit more into your heels. Pull the outer hips. So press into the outer edges of your feet a little bit more to widen your knees and then lift up an inch. I know it's mean, right? So send your butt cheeks back just a little bit. And now take the tailbone down to scoop through the belly as you sit back down. Come up nice and tall through your chest at first. So press the elbows into the knees into your elbows. So you feel that nice stretch through your adductors. Option one, you can stay here, or for a back body stretch, keep your knees wide. So you'll have to use the strength of your hips now to keep your knees open and walk your hands forward. So the tailbone stays super heavy. The head can drop. You find more length through the back of your body. Okay, option one, you can stay here. Option two, for those of you who are feeling a little fiery, bring your hands back, bring your toes together, coming into Bakasana, crow pose. Clamp the knees onto the outer arm, shift forward into your toes, squeeze the legs in, and then scoop up through your low belly. Love that class. Yeah, nice, Beth. Good, and then press into your hands. Press into your hands, press into your hands. Little spring back, jump back. Boop, 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 boop. You can do it. Nice, Connie. Good, good. Everybody, let's meet in downward facing dog. All right. Nice work. From downward facing dog, inhale, come forward into plank pose. And as you exhale, lower all the way down. Let's slide the elbows forward. Slide the elbows forward. Place the elbows right underneath your shoulders. Spread the fingers wide, right? And then look towards your navel. Pull the core in a little bit more. Lengthen your sitting bones towards your heels. So keeping the low belly lifted up to support your low back. Now begin to curl your heart forward and through. As you draw the upper arm bones back, like use your hands and your forearms against the floor. Pull them back to widen your heart. And you can stay right here or hover the elbows. The more you hover the elbows, the more I need to engage my shoulders, right? So as I press the hands down, if I hover my elbows, I start to actively draw the upper arm bones back, but then I pull the heart more forward in opposition. Take a deep breath into the front of your chest. Use your breath like little water wings from the inside to create more space. One more time. And then place the elbows back down. Look down. Curl your toes under, lift your hips, plank pose. This is kind of we're having a little smorgasbord class here. Engage your thighs, reach your sternum slightly forward, and then bend your knees, pull the hips up and back. Dolphin pose, so press the elbows down, bend your knees, pull the tops of your thighs up. So you just get a beautiful stretch to the underside of your armpits, and now everybody let your head go. Let your head release. Relax your face and your jaw. And then you have the option to stay right here, or you could walk your toes in just a little bit more to intensify the stretch through your hamstrings and your shoulders. One more breath. Walk your toes back. Lightly lower your knees down. And now child's pose. Send your hips back to your heels. You can bring your forehead to rest on your hands. Let your shoulders go. Take a nice deep breath into your back body and let it all go. Nice deep breath in and exhale out. All right, downward facing dog, everybody. Look forward to the front of your mat. Walk, step, or jump your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And fold in as you exhale. Tailbone down, roll up through your spine. Float the arms up. And exhale, hands by your sides. Weight into the right foot. Bend your left knee. Sit back, chair pose. Bring the weight into your heel. Lift and cross the left foot over your right knee. So here's our standing thread the needle, our little tip of the hat to Ekapada Galavasana. Send your hips back, press the palms together. Again, bring your thumbs into your sternum, move the sternum in slightly so your back body feels nice and wide. And then sit a little deeper. Come up just slightly out of the pose, just enough so that you can turn the left knee forward and send it back again. Virabhadrasana 3. Right, step all the way back, high lunge, float the arms up, squeeze the glutes, lift out of the lower belly. This time as you sit into your high lunge again, let's soften the ribs in. So we feel a little bit of that softening through the sternum and a lift through the low belly. Sit way down. Keep the front of your pelvis lifting and start to stretch your back leg to straight. Adding a little back bend here, take the upper arms back. Now keep the sense of breath and suspension through the back body, but draw the upper arm bones back and begin to pull your heart forward and up. And then kick into the back, big toe mound to power up through your back leg. Use that to pull your heart more forward and up. One more breath. Exhale slowly. Use your core, bring your hands down to the floor. Left fingertips underneath the left shoulder. Squeeze your inner thighs. Nice big open twist, open to the side. Yeah, draw the shoulders away from your ears. Again, smooth the front ribs in and then rotate the ribs up towards the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, bring that top hand down. Step back, three-legged dog. Again, open your hip, bend your knee. Nice little thigh stretch here. Draw your right knee into your belly. Place your right foot up between your hands. Turn your back heel on its side. Now this time, take your right fingertips outside your right ankle and press your right knee into your arm. Left hand to your hip and then turn your chest open towards the side. Float your left arm up, Parsvakonasana. Press a little bit more into the back leg. Use that to lift the front of your pelvis up towards your navel so you get a nice long stretch to the sides of your waist. And take your top arm up and over your ear, big side stretch. Long line of stretch from your foot all the way through your fingertips. Bring your left hand to your hip again. Look forward, walk your back foot in and pause. Keep steering your right knee to the right. Reach your right hand forward, step into Ardha Chandrasana. So float your back leg up. You can keep your top hand on your hip. Okay, good. And now bend your lifted leg. So option one, bend it back behind you, right? Just work the thigh stretch from here, or draw the knee into your belly, grab onto the top of the foot. Yes, and now kick the foot straight back. So rather than up, kick it back. So see if you can lower the knee a little bit. Yes. And now press the right fingertips into the floor and open your chest. Falling makes you super sexy in this pose. One more breath. Now with control, release the top leg back to Ardha Chandrasana, right? And from here, look down, bring your left fingertips down, forward fold over your front leg. So just let it all go. Uttanasana, big sigh. Head heavy, tailbone heavy. Slowly roll up through your back body. Float the arms up towards the sky. Nice big stretch. Inhale. And exhale, hands down. Bring the weight into your left foot. Come onto your right toes. Send your hips back, little baby chair pose. Just so that we can lift and cross the right ankle over the left knee. Palms come together in front of your chest. Sink down and then use the thumbs to spread the back body open just a little bit more. Sit down, send your hips back. Pull the left hip back and in just a tiny bit more. Come up just a little bit. Breathe, stamp into your left foot, turn the right knee forward. Slowly begin to extend the right leg back. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Step all the way back, high lunge. Resort your feet as you need it. Find stability and then sink down. Lift the front of your pelvis up. Now dig into the back toes. Keep the front of the pelvis lifting as you begin to stretch the back leg towards straight and then reach the arms up. So staying soft through the front ribs. Start to draw your arm bones back. Whoa. And then start to reach your heart more forward and up. As you press down into your back, big toe mound, use that to lift your back thigh up. And then from the strength of the back leg, open your heart and lean back. Use your core to bring yourself back up to center. Hinge forward. Bring your right fingertips down onto the floor underneath your right shoulder. Turn your chest open to the left. Take your left arm up. Pull the outer left hip back and in. Squeeze the sitting bones a little bit more towards each other and use that to get longer through your spine. One more breath. Exhale, take the fingertips down towards the floor. Step back, three-legged dog. Extend the leg up, bend the knee, open the top of the thigh. As you exhale, draw the left knee into your belly. Place it up between your hands. Turn the back heel on its side. Rise up, warrior two. Oh, I'm just kidding. Don't come up to warrior two. Keep your left fingertips outside your left foot. Take your right hand onto your hip. Again, find that little, just a tiny little bend through the back knee so you can really press through the foot. And then keep the foot anchored as you stretch the back leg towards straight. Take your top arm up. Turn the bicep forward, take your top arm up and over your ear. And now nice long stretch from the back foot through both sides of your waist, out through your fingertips. Bring your top hand to your hip, look down. Walk your back foot in. Step your left hand forward, Ardha Chandrasana. Keep steering your left knee a little bit more to the left. Option one, stay here. Option two, bend the top knee. Option three, draw the knee into your belly first so you can grab onto the top of your ankle. Yes. And then kick the foot straight back. Yes. Pull your outer left hip back and in and underneath you. Lengthen your tailbone and then press your pelvis just a little forward to open your heart. Woo. One more breath. Broaden the chest, lean back a little bit. Use your core to contain. Slowly stretch the top leg towards straight. Nice, beautiful work, you guys. And then step the foot down, Uttanasana. Forward fold, shake it out, let it go. Soften your knees, tailbone down. Slowly roll all the way up to stand. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Inhaling in, reach the arms forward and up. Soften your knees, roll on down. Inhaling in, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Bring the feet together at the back of your mat. Anchor through your right hand. Keep your pelvis super buoyant as you start to shift forward into plank pose and roll onto the outside of your right foot. Option to step the left foot forward for more support, or you can squeeze the legs here. Come onto your left fingertips, then bring the left hand onto your hip, then take the top arm up. And go ahead and stretch the left arm up and over your ear. Option to lift the left leg up, Vasishtasana. Keep lifting through your hips as you bring the hand back down. Press back to downward facing dog. Feet together again. Root into your left hand, shift forward into plank. Keep the hips super high. Roll onto the outsides of your feet. Press through the left hand now. Take the right hand first to your hip and then up towards the sky. Now lift up higher through your pelvis. Turn the arm forward. Stretch the arm up and over your ear. Then as you root down through your left hand, lift up through your hips, maybe float the top leg up. Yes. Good. Stay lifted through your hips as you bring the hand down, bring the foot down. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhaling in, come forward into plank. Lower your knees. Lower your knees. Take your hands wide. Keeping my hips over my knees, Anahatasana. So you're going to keep the arms straight here. Can flatten the palms or stay high onto your fingertips and walk the hands forward. And then like a little London bridge, melt your heart down between your arms. And then depending on your flexibility, you might bring the hands forward more, bring the chest or the chin to the floor. Enjoy this nice stretch for the front line of your body. One more breath. Slowly walk your hands on back up. Just bring your shins together for a moment. Sit on your heels, palms into your lap, Vajrasana. Stay nice and lifted through the crown of your head, but let your outer body soften, just like your skin could get softer. Again, we practice settling into ourselves, this ownership of ourselves and how far we've come. Downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, stretch your right leg up and back. And as you exhale, step the right foot up by your right thumb, lightly lower your back knee down. Now you'll want a strap for this next thing. You can do it without a strap, but a little bit easier with a strap. So with our strap, we're gonna put our strap in half. You're gonna be like a little fisherman. So you'll take your strap, reach back and grab onto, put it around your foot, right, like so. Now from here, when I got my strap around, I got my little loop around, and you can do this, guys. If you want to mime this, you could just bend your knee too. Now I'm going to bring my left elbow into my rib cage. As I start to sink forward and lift my leg up, I'm keeping my elbow close in. I'll show you with my right arm. So I'm not like lifting my elbow up, I'm pulling it forward and in. So it stays tucked in nice and close. And then bring the arms up, one elbow up. Start to sink your hips forward a little bit, squeeze your glutes a little bit more. And the trick here is going to be not to lose the back body. So keep smoothing the front body into the back body. And bend your knee. It's a little balancey here, I know. Option one, stay right here. Option two, bring your right hand to the strap. Hug your elbows in. You can let your hips sink a little bit forward and down now that we're moving a little deeper into this stretch. Now to come out of here, let the strap go. Let it go, right? Bring your hands down to the floor, right? Shift your hips back, move the strap off to the side, and press back into downward facing dog. Stretch the left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot up between your hands. Lightly lower your back knee down. You grab your strap in your right hand. Got a big loop, big long loop. Go fishing for the back leg. Right, then I keep my foot flexed. So I'll start to send my hips a little forward. So I have a little slack, bend the right knee, pull the elbow into my waistline, elbow forward and up. Right, now if you ever get wobbly here, you just let go of the strap, let go of the strap. Pull the low belly in, start to squeeze the glutes, sink the hips forward. So now we can come a little deeper. That'll give you more slack. You can stay right here or bring your left hand to the strap as well. Elbows are starting to move forward and up. Breathe. To come out, let go of the strap, let it go. Bring your hands down to the floor. Go ahead, step back, move your strap aside, step back into downward facing dog. All right, downward facing dog, feet together. Anchor your right hand down, shift on forward into plank pose, keep your hips high, roll onto the outside of your right foot. Take your left arm up towards the sky. You can stay right here or lift your left foot, turn your left knee up towards the sky, and then tack your toes down behind you. Press into your right hand, straighten your right leg and start to turn your chest up towards the sky for wild thing. Draw the right shoulder blade more into your back, lift your heart. Nice and with control, come back into side plank, keep your hips lifted. And then slowly bring your left hand down, slide back, downward facing dog. Feet together, squeeze the legs, shift forward into plank pose. Roll onto the outside of your left foot, keep your hips nice and high, right arm comes up. Stay right here or turn your right knee up towards the sky, tap the toes behind you. Now squeeze your glutes, straighten your left leg, reach your top arm up and back, curl the heart up towards the sky. Nice big stretch. Beautiful, with control, back to side plank. Keep your hips nice and lifted. Lift your hips, bring your top hand down. Press back, downward facing dog. Lower your knees down to the floor. You're gonna want a couple of blocks for this and your strap. So, pigeon pose. Bringing your blocks forward. Slide your right knee forward, swivel your shin, about 45-degree angle. So my right knee, it's like almost like right outside my right hip. And then I have a nice 45-degree angle here. So my heel is underneath my left hip. Now with your hands on your blocks, press down through your hands, move your back toes back slightly. So everybody curl the back toes under for a moment. Lift your back knee and move your left knee more to the midline, move it more to the right, and then place it down. Right? Now squeeze the inner thighs and come up enough so that you can get your tailbone down. Right? So we don't want to be hyperextending through the back. Smooth your ribs in. Okay, now you can keep your back toes curled under here for a moment if you want to, or you can point them and straighten them. For a moment, hug the outer hip in. Squeeze in through the hips, lift up through your chest. Hug in, hug in. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, reach the arms up, bring the hands behind your skull, press the skull into your hands, draw the elbows forward and up. And then the more I'm gonna, I press down through the back foot a lot and use that to pull the heart forward and up, just like lunge pose. Use your core, bring yourself back up. Squeeze in, bring your hands to the earth. Press down, curl your back toes under, lift back, downward facing dog. And then lower the knees down again. We're gonna do this twice on each side. So hands on your blocks, slide your left knee forward, swivel your shin. Make sure your left knee is a little wider, and then walk your right foot back a little bit more. So I wanna be able, the length of the stance is a bit of a game, right? The more we go into the pose, the lower our hips need to be, but I need to not lengthen so much that I lose my buoyancy and ability to lengthen my tailbone. So it's a bit of a balance, right? From here, you can walk your blocks back, press your shin down, squeeze your legs in so you get that buoyancy, right? Yeah. And then can move the waistline back and in. And then reach the arms up, bring the hands behind your skull, gather the elbows forward, press the skull back into your hands and use that to pull up. So from the back toes pressing down, pull your heart more forward and up. Keep squeezing through the legs, press down, use your core to come back up, bring the fingertips down to the mat, press through the palms to de-weight the leg and then step back to down dog. All right, lower to your knees. I'm gonna show you what, we're gonna do that one more time. I'm gonna show you the option. So you are welcome to use your strap in this one. So we do the same thing, right? I'm gonna bring my right shin forward, come on down, move my knee a little bit more to the midline. Then I'm using my strap. I'm gonna reach back and tuck my foot into my strap here, right? The same thing we did. I'm gonna bring the elbow forward. So the elbow moves forward and in close to my body to come up, right? So I might say here, you can keep a hand on the block or the floor for balance, right? Otherwise, squeeze in and bring both hands up, right? And then the work here is to walk the hands down a little bit, gather the elbows in and up. So if I feel like I'm way too much in my low back, then I need to pull up and drop the tailbone a little bit more or give myself some more slack, right? The foot needs to come in, right? And then I can find a little tension of pressing the foot back and lifting the heart forward and up. To release, I let the strap go. Hands come down, de-weight, step back. All right, let's give it a try. Right shin forward first. Left foot back. You might need to move your left knee a little bit more to the midline. Squeeze in. Bring a hand to the floor for balance and then use your strap. If you're going to use the strap today, then go ahead and loop the strap around your left foot. Aha. Yes, and then gather the elbow forward and up. Good. And then once you got your balance there, maybe you can slide that other hand onto the strap. Good. And then walk your hands down. Whoa, I know falling. If you start feeling yourself falling, then you let go of the strap. Nice, Erica. That's it. Yeah, Deborah, that's great. That's the work. All right. Nice and slow. Release the strap. Yeah, that's it, Jade. Good. And then place your hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Give yourself a little moment. And then lower your knees onto the floor. Slide your left shin forward. So first find the right leg. So curl the toes under, bring the knee a little bit more to the midline. And then look on back, hook the foot with the strap. Yep. And once you got the strap, pull the elbow in to lift it up overhead. So you're making a little circle. I know lassoing the foot is like the hardest part. Yeah. So Connie, you're gonna wanna make that front knee a little bit more horizontal. So give yourself a little bit more, so just so it's a little bit more stable. So good. Tailbone down, start to walk the hands back down the strap, elbows in, pull the heart forward and up, kick back into the strap just a little bit. And then you guys slow, yeah. And then let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Let it all go. All right, my friends. Nice work. Lower your knees down. Lower your knees down for a sec and come to sit. You may want your strap for, actually, you probably won't need your strap for this. Extend your legs out. So I'm just facing you so I can see you, but you can be on your mat. And then go ahead and draw your right knee in. Place your right heel directly in front of your sitting bone. Hold on to the front of the thigh. Take a nice breath in, and then easy twist to the right. So left hip is nice and heavy. Draw the front ribs in, broaden your chest and turn. Inhaling in, come on back to center. Hold on to the inside of the right knee. Pull the knee open. Any knee issues, you can stay more in a tree pose or even bring the foot down. Otherwise, if your knee's feeling okay and you can keep your hips anchored here, take the knee a little wider back than 90 degrees. And so the heel is kind of right by my pubic bone. Fingertips to the floor in front of you. Inhale, lift and lengthen and turn. Turn the ribs, turn the ribs. Walk the hands forward. Take your right hand, grab onto the outside of either your shin or your foot, either way. And then from here, rather than go down, everybody, go up, lift your chest, lift your chest. Get nice and bright. Anchor your pelvis down, draw the low belly in just a little so you feel this beautiful spread and widening through your back body. And use your hands to turn your spine directly over your front thigh. Yep. Inhale, lift up again. And then keeping that beautiful alignment of your spine, broaden your elbows and start to forward fold. Keep the elbows nice and wide. Option to keep your left hand where it is for a little bit more support, or you can bring your left hand onto the sole of your foot. And then finally, once you've reached all that beautiful length, you can let your head go. Drop the shoulders, but lift the elbows a little to broaden your chest. One more inhale. Exhale out. Inhaling, lifting up. Release your foot. Bring yourself on back. Hold on to your knee nice and gentle. Bring your knee back up. Extend your legs out to straight Dandasana just for a breath to reset. Draw the left knee in. Left heel right in front of your left sitting bone. So there's a little space between your thigh and your leg. Hold on to the front of your thigh. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, twist to the left. Right sitting bone nice and heavy to anchor you. And again, draw the front body into the back body just a little bit. Oftentimes that can let us revolve a little bit further. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. Again, hand inside the left knee. Again, being mindful of your knee here. So if you need a little bit more space, you can bring it forward. Otherwise, heel in front of the perineum. Anchor the left hip, turn your chest. Turn your chest. Walk your hand forward. Take your left hand to the outside of your right shin or the outer right foot, right? And then lift up. And the hand just helps us to bring the left side of the ribcage in a tiny bit. Lengthen your spine over your leg. Going up, going up, going up. Press the back of your pelvis down. Yeah, so lengthen and lift, lengthen and lift. And now with all of that length, now forward fold. Press the outer left hip down. So it almost feels like you're stretching through the left knee. That can give you a really deep stretch through the left lower back. Three more breaths. On your next inhale, lift up, come all the way up. Kindly gather your leg in, extend your legs forward. Flex the feet, hands, fingertips by your sides. Lift your chest up nice and tall. Keep the back of your pelvis nice and rooted. Hinge forward, Paschimottanasana. So the fingers can come forward. You can hold them to the shins or fingertips onto the sides of the feet. Spread the soles of your feet. And just like Janu Shirshasana, first lift your chest. So wherever your fingers are anchoring, first find lots of space for your chest. Yeah. And then anchor the pelvis down. Feel into the space of your back body. And then elbows wide as you forward fold. Keep a little brightness in your chest, but you can let your head release. And use your breath. It doesn't matter how deep you are in this pose. Instead, use your breath to find a little bit of space and movement. One more breath. And nice and slow inhale, rise up. Give your legs a little shake. Come into a comfortable cross-legged seat or meditation seat. So you're welcome to use props, pillows, blankets, whatever you need, whatever would feel nice so that you can sit up comfortably for just a couple of minutes here. Bring your palms face out. So we'll do a couple rounds of Nadi Shodhana Pranayama, but rather than using the mudra, we'll just use our hands. Let the shoulders drop down your back. As you root down through your sitting bones, float the sides of your waist up, tall through the sides of your neck. But relax your jaw, unhinge your jaw, and let the shoulders drape. Take a slow inhale, slow exhale out. Lightly close both palms. Open the left palm and visualize yourself inhaling through the left nostril. Close the left palm, open the right, and exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right. Close the right hand, open the left, exhale through the left. That's one round. Inhale through the left. Close the left, open the right, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right hand, open the left, exhale through the left. Continue on your own timing, your own pace. If your breath is feeling easeful, then you can explore adding a little pause, retention at the top of your breath. After your next exhale through the left nostril, no rush. And let Nadi Shodhana Pranayama go. The palms be soft and take some soft, easeful breaths through both nostrils. And join your thumb and your forefinger into Jnana Mudra. And visualize a soft white light at the center of your chest. your own beautiful inner flame. As you inhale, visualize that light widening and expanding so that it suffuses every cell in your body. And then as you exhale, visualize that light softly contracting back to that beautiful light at the center of your heart. And after your next exhale, just let the visualization go. Just feeling that lovely afterglow in your own body. Make your way down onto your back for Shavasana. With every exhale, let your body just softly release and be supported by the earth. Allow your front body to melt and release. And slowly start to deepen your breath. And you can move your fingers, move your toes. If you like, take a big stretch or any movements or sighs or yawns that would feel really nice. Draw your knees into your chest, roll over onto your right side. And make your way up to sit. And bring your left hand over your heart, your right hand onto your left. Feel your beautiful heartbeat. And bow your head down to your heart and acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge yourself for the human that you are. Acknowledging yourself for your journey over the last 4 months through this program, but also your journey through your life and your willingness to be open, to expand. And as we look back along our life, we can see how far we've come in the last year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Bring your palms together at your heart center as a way of reminding ourselves that we are connected to this light inside of us that's always here. And to end our practice today, we'll all share in one Om. So you're welcome to chant out loud, you're welcome to hum, you're welcome to listen. But the sound of Om is a way of acknowledging our connection with this light. It's a way of expressing it, and it's also a way of connecting us together, even in this virtual space, and to honor each other. First, take a nice deep breath in, and exhale, just let it go. And inhaling to Om. Om. Namaste. So wonderful to see you all. It's wonderful to play with all of you. Come back to class, come visit. What a journey. Bravo. So well done, everyone. It's been so wonderful to have this community. Oh, and the nice thing about this community is that it's always here. So even though this portion of it is over, as I like to say in my teacher trainings, it's very witchy, but I like to say, merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again, right? It's like, it's a wonderful, yeah. It's a wonderful connection, and we'll always have this network, right? So I also encourage you to stay in touch with each other as well. This is a wonderful resource. We have wonderful humans here, so stay connected. And reach out for support, invite people to your classes, you know what I mean? Like, you can stay connected on that page as well. So we can continue to support each other as we carry on in our journeys. If you have any questions, I want to say anything, hang out. Otherwise, have a beautiful weekend. And I'll be ramping up classes again in about 10 days. So come back if you like and practice.
I just wanted
Thank you so much, Rachel. Oh, sorry, Devorah.
It's okay. I just wanted to thank Rachel and obviously everyone. It's been incredible. I definitely feel the love extra today, but I'm so grateful, honestly. And I'm not ready for this to be over, but yeah, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rachel. This was lovely. And it was so nice to meet everyone and see everyone here and to practice with everyone every day. It was a really lovely space and very open and welcoming. So I just want to say thanks. And it was really wonderful, Rachel. Thank you for doing what you do.
Yay. I mean, I'm sort of being premature. Actually, like, we do have a meeting on Sunday. So we are going to meet again. For those of you who may not be able to make it. So Jade, I'm glad you could come today.
Thank you, Rachel. Bye.
Good to see you, Connie. Bye.
Oreo says bye too, but he's sleeping.
No,
In
don't go for the
Shavasana.
scalp, though. Yeah. Cats are really good at Shavasana.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone, for letting me observe. And I learned things, and I will see everyone on Sunday. So take care.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Feel better. Have a hot toddy. It'll make you feel better.
That's right.
Have two. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Rachel. See you Sunday.
See you Sunday, Tani. Okay, sounds good.
Bye.
Thank you, Rachel.
Bye.
Sunday it is.
Okay, see you then. Have a good weekend till then.
You as well. Thank you.